Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Cecilia Howard. How are you doing today? In today's video, we will be cooking healthy vegetable beetroots. Oh yeah! In today's video, we'll be cooking vegetable beetroots. Yeah, and this is actually yummy. Welcome back. Yeah. So again, today we'll be cooking vegetable beetroots, and I will be using the vegetable from the beetroots to cook this healthy, nutritious, yummy vegetable. Oh yeah. And so I have couple of ingredients, but the main ingredient for today's vegetable soup is the beetroot. Can you imagine? So I know a lot of you will be wondering, how can we use this leaf part of the beetroot to cook vegetable? Yes, we will be doing that, and I'll be using other couple of ingredients. I have the ginger, and here I have the boiled snail. Yes, the snails are already boiled, and I'll be using this to garnish this healthy vegetable soup. And I have the salt, which I'll be adding for taste. I have the no chicken, so yummy, which I'll be using for seasoning for taste. And here I also have the shrimps, which I will be using as a good source of protein. Yeah, this is low in cholesterol, very, very healthy. And I will be using all the ingredients. I have the onions, which I will be adding. I have the red bell pepper, yes, which I will be adding. And the quantity of the red bell pepper you will be using actually depends on the quantity of the vegetable you want to cook. Oh yeah, let's dive in. What are you waiting for? So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut all my ingredients and blend the one that I need to blend. So I started cutting off the onions, and that was exactly what I was doing here, cutting the onions. And now I am cutting the real bell pepper. So again, the quantity of the real bell pepper I use, or that you will be using if you want to try this out, depends on the quantity of the vegetable you want to cook. Yes. So here is me cutting out the real bell pepper into a medium-sized chunks. And I have the frozen ginger. Yes, you heard me right. So one thing I do is I get a whole box of ginger, which actually weigh about 25 to 30 pounds. Then I save them, store them in the refrigerator. Then I bring them out to use it. And the taste is actually tastes like a fresh ginger. Yes, you can't even tell. Maybe it's frozen ginger or it's fresh ginger. So I will advise you to try this out. You can get your ginger when it is cheap, when it is good, and you can just save it. So this is the ginger all cut and ready for blending. So again, I have the ginger, I have the onions, the cut onions, and I have the real bell pepper. And I'll be blending this with this water. So what I have in that bottle is water. So it doesn't matter what the how you blend it. Maybe you go with the real bell pepper first, add the ginger and the onions, or you added the ginger to your blender first, the real bell pepper. The that does not matter. So I will be adding water, and you want to make sure that you use little water to blend. So I'll be using just little water to blend this because I want the blended pepper to be thick. You want a paste, not a watery blended pepper. So what I did was to add more of the ginger, the onions, and the remaining red bell pepper to thicken this blended pepper. And this is done. So let's see. So this is the blended pepper. You see how thick it is. So this is what you want, especially if you want to cook vegetable. And now we'll be going over there. And this is my pot. I turn on the gas. Then I'll be adding first thing. I'll be adding the red oil. So I am using Ola low cholesterol oil. This is very, very good. You can try this out. So I'll let this oil cook for a few minutes, and this is it. It is done. And I will be carefully portioning the blended pepper into the pot. And the reason why I am trying to carefully portion this into the pot is because I want to get rid of the water. So again, when you're cooking vegetable, you don't want a vegetable that will be watery. So you need to drain off the water. So this is my own method of draining off the water by carefully portioning draining out the water. So I'll let this cook for a few minutes, but before I do that, I will be adding some salt for taste. Then I will be adding some Maggi for taste as well. So the quantity of what you're cooking actually will determine the quantity of seasoning you'll be adding. And this is me while that is cooking. I will be cutting the vegetables. So yes, we will be using the vegetable from the beetroot, and this is actually healthy. Let me educate you a little bit. So beetroot is very, very good. It has a whole lot of antioxidant in it. It has anti-inflammatory properties also in it. And if you're eating the vegetable from the beetroot, you also have the same nutrient, exact nutrient that is present in the beetroot is what you have in this vegetable. So that is the reason why this vegetable is not just only vegetable soup, it is healthy and it is good for your health. And also, again, the antioxidants in beetroot or in the beetroot vegetable is called beta lane, and this can help you to fight cell damage. It can also help you to protect you from against cancer. It can also help you to lower your blood cholesterol. It can help you to fight against heart diseases. It can help you to prevent stroke. It can also help you to increase your iron level. And so the leafy beetroot vegetable is done. So I cut that, and here I am back at the stove trying to stir up this cook um blended pepper. So the next thing I did was to add the snail into the blended cooked pepper, and I'll let this sit in the soup for a while so that the snail can get into it. And while I'm doing that, I will also be adding the shrimp. And this is another opportunity for you to add all your proteins into stew that you'll be using for the vegetable so that this can get cooked very well before you add your vegetable. And this is what I'm doing. I'll let it sit for another 10 minutes so that the snail can get seasoned well, so that the shrimp also can get cooked well, and this will be ready. And so this is the cooked stew after 10 minutes. It is well done, and now I will be adding the beetroot vegetable into the sauce, and this is ready. And again, I wash the beetroot vegetable before adding this into the sauce, and I will stir this up and let it cook for less than 5 minutes on slow heat. This is how to cook your yummy, healthy, delicious beetroot vegetable. Can you imagine that? This is so tasty. And this is me trying to portion this to try this out. Okay, let's see how this tastes. So I will be eating this beetroot vegetable with a swallow. You can actually eat this with any meal of your choice. You can eat it with white rice, you can eat it with swallow, but I'll be using swallow. And let's taste this. Will you try this out? Let me know in the comment section if there's something that you would try out. Again, this beetroot vegetable is healthy, nutritious. Until next time, when I come your way, it's still your girl. I love you all. Bye for now.